On this week's episode, we talk about Love Hurts.
And all the pop culture news of the week.
So this week, we streamed an action movie that came out around Valentine's Day called Love Hurts. This is starring Casey
Was it not a
Quan.
romantic comedy? No, it was not romantic.
It wasn't romantic.
And
it wasn't
comedy.
funny.
It was a disaster.
There was action. Anyway, it's starring Casey Quan and Ariana DeBose. And those are the best things I can say about it.
It was.
Were there other familiar faces?
That's right, there was no.
I don't know that I really recognized anybody else.
No, Sean Austin was there too.
Oh, yeah.
And that Asian dude, that Asian people might recognize. I don't remember him or anything. The bad guy. Oh, Kam Gigandet was that too. It's always weird because he looks a lot like Matt Lanter, the guy that voices Anakin.
Yes.
In the beginning, I was like, hey, but it doesn't sound like him. And then I realized that it's not him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. Express your love for Love Hearts.
Well, I could see what they were trying to do with this movie. It felt like a bot watched Mr. Nobody.
I'm sorry. Jeez, that's like you offended nobody now.
No,
Anyways.
I'm saying it was like you had a bot watch Nobody and then said, okay, write a romantic comedy version of this for Valentine's Day, and it did, and that's what we were stuck with. Cause like I don't know, it was like kind of like a
one of the twins from the house property twins, whatever.
Oh yeah,
was
Property
that
Brothers.
or maybe both were there
Yeah,
because they're twins,
They're
right?
twins, yeah.
They took turns.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was my vibe of it. Like from it. They tried like similar fight choreography, but it was not
bad.
nearly as good.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good. But like you could see the inspiration. And same thing with the plot. Like, I see what you're trying to do there. Like Ke-Huy Quan has this like horrific violent past as part of organized crime, wants to get out. Now he's just a sweet, adorable little real estate agent, but then his past comes back to find him on Valentine's Day. This is all in the trailer. You can kind of like extrapolate from there, like where the rest of the plot goes.
Yeah.
And then so it's that, but then they also just say Valentine's Day a whole bunch of times, and that's the movie. You can pass on this one.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you're talking about Nobody. I thought Nobody was very interesting.
Nobody was so good. So I'm saying, like, this is like
and
someone,
story.
Yeah, someone was like trying to do something like that, right? Like the guy is left behind his past and is kind of forced back into it.
Also, Bob Odenkirk seems to be a better actor. I don't know, maybe it was the writing, but he seems to be a better actor.
Bob Odenkirk is a phenomenal actor.
Than Ke-Huy Quan, is that his name?
Ke-Huy Quan.
Ke-Huy Quan.
I thought he was fantastic in Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think he's really good at those kind of roles. This one didn't really work. Even Ariana DeBose, though, who's been
she was also weak
spectacular in other roles, was just ugh. And I don't think it was her. I think it was the writing.
And on the sense that when you have a good writing, a good story, and a good cast, you know, you have captivating characters. You have charismatic, and in a sense that you will like empathize with the character. You will like cheer for him or her, and you will suffer when they suffer. And this one is like Nobody, for instance, right? Once it starts and other thing is happening, and as the title says, he's a nobody. But the movie starts progressing, and you start finding about his past, and it's like it makes you extremely curious about like who the heck is this guy, you know? That alone is like a hook you, and it's like on this one is like. We don't care. I don't know who this guy is. Let's end this suffering. Or the girl, or the other guy, or nobody else.
Yeah, it didn't hit.
Yeah, there's even like a tragic death. There's like, it's almost like the meme from Top Gear. It was like, okay,
yes.
Moving on. You know, because it's like I was excited for when I saw the trailer like January last year or so.
Yeah, the trailer looked fun. It is a fun concept.
When the movie came out, and it was like everywhere you looked, it was like ratings were like low, extremely low. Even like the red carpet, they had like a small Goonies reunion. All the cast from
Yeah.
Goonies went to see the movie
cute.
at the premiere, and it was like, oh, okay, that's that. But the movie was like nobody liked it, and we finally watched it. It's like, okay, now we know why.
You can pass on this one. The trailer did look fun. I was excited about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It didn't. It wasn't worth it. Just go
Marshawn
watch.
Lynch is there too.
Oh yeah, he was actually pretty good. I think this was a good role for
Yeah,
him.
only 3 seconds he was.
Yeah. There's one moment.
Penelope Cruz won an Oscar for 3 seconds in a Woody Allen movie. Maybe he's on the run for some award in this
maybe.
No.
But also, like, he's basically just, like, playing himself. Like, in fact, at one moment, he goes, like, beast mode! Which I guess is his
nickname.
Yeah.
His credit is Marshawn Beast Mode. Like,
yeah.
It's like Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Correct.
But that abandoned that, right? He doesn't want to be known as The Rock. He's Dwayne Johnson, DW. He's like
he doesn't get to pick that.
His own brand.
Uh-huh.
But anyways,
he's The Rock. Anyway.
Love hurts. It hurts us to tell you don't watch, but don't watch. It's on Peacock if you're brave enough. But it's like no redeeming qualities. Yeah, too bad. Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Girl, You Know It's True.
Girl, You Know It's True also on Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
But this one was very well executed.
Yeah, I thought this was really good.
Very interesting. Based on a true story, or as the initial card says, several true stories. What the heck that means? I would have to check that. I wonder if it's like this person said this was true, this person said this was true, this person said it was true, and then combined it and made it a movie. I don't know. It's not clear why they say that. But
well, they do say so. This is the story of Milli Vanilli and their infamous
rise and fall.
Yeah, and holy cow, what a fall! And they do, and the way they tell it is kind of cool. They have the two guys. Was it Rob and Fab?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rob and Fab are telling the story in retrospect. And so there's a couple of times in the movie where they stop and say, "Oh," one of them will say like, "I don't remember that. I don't remember saying that." So I think that may be a reference just to how tricky it is to like tell a true story in retrospect, because there's memory's not terribly reliable. There's going to be different perspectives, different feelings. Some stuff gets forgotten. Some stuff gets forgotten on purpose. Anyway, I thought this was really beautifully told.
Yeah.
It kind of took a joke and showed you this like really beautiful, but also tragic, but also ultimately uplifting story behind it. It was really unexpected.
It exposes the wrongdoings and the bads of the industry and how these two got involved and were part of it. They were not completely innocent. They were not babies.
Yeah.
And how throughout that they rose to stardom, that they were known everywhere in the planet. Mm-hmm. And then they fell to disgrace, that they became nobodies and became an international joke, if not a cautionary tale for the future, for people to be careful. It's like, because they fool each other, they steal and lie in the industry, but in this one they fooled big ones in the industry that was like, how dare you, kind of thing. But it was very well done. A lot of music from Milli Vanilli, and I didn't know the story very well, but I'm glad to see there was more happy endings than sad endings, even if you, there's a, anyways.
It's not without tragedy, but the tone of the film wasn't.
But the people that got food, because the people that got food is like, shame on them, they got food. But the people that got neglected and stolen and they got robbed. They got what they deserved, which was good to know that. That was talent.
I was surprised too, because I feel like that's not always how that goes.
Definitely not. But there was talent there, and the talent was recognized at some point, so they were. I'm really happy and glad that not only that happened, but it was shown in the movie, and it was fun. It was fun. It was entertaining and educative.
Educational.
Educational.
Informative.
Is educative is not a word?
It is not.
You just say informative.
Yeah, informative is a word. Educational
Educative.
is a word. It's not a word.
It's like you
I
have,
mean, I guess
you have a
technically it could be a
basis,
word.
a suffix, a prefix,
Sure.
educative.
Like, technically it could be a word.
Technically it's a word.
But it's not a word that any like native-born Anglophone is gonna use.
I had to come here to teach you all about how linguistics works. So educative. But really, really good. I liked it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is one I would definitely recommend.
Straight to streaming, but I don't know if it would make money, but it definitely would do better at the theaters than Love Hurts, because it's a better movie.
It is a I think you're right. I don't know that it would have had the same like commercial appeal, but it's pretty high quality, I thought.
Yeah.
One thing
That's a good choice, but it was a good choice to keep it on streaming. It's exclusive and plays nostalgia. People that live through that.
Yeah. One thing I was quite gratified to see is how many of the people in the film were actually involved in making the film.
Yes, families and relatives.
Yeah, Milli, sisters, family members, producers, the actual musicians behind Milli Vanilli. There were a lot of people who were involved in telling this story, which makes me think I think it lends to its accuracy.
Yeah.
As a portrayal. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this one. We do have a little bit of the trope of like, like they rise to fame and then everything falls apart. But I feel like this one...
But that's what happened.
It is what happened, but I don't know. This one, it felt different and more thoughtfully told. I don't know. I feel like this was a really well done. I wouldn't mind watching it again.
Good for a date night. It's on Peacock. Buy some sushi and watch the movie.
Yeah.
You'll get it when you watch the movie.
I think part of the tragedy is like their songs were good. If they just like given credit to the right people, from the beginning.
Yeah, because the songs were not theirs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the songs, but the songs were good.
Yeah,
and they were good dancers. So like if people had just like given credit where credit was due from the beginning, we could have avoided the whole like tragedy, international joke.
It could be simply
devastated fans.
It could be easily remedied. If in the beginning they had like record together, right?
Sure.
With the real talent, and then find creative solutions, because there's a lot. There's backing vocal singers. What's it called? Backing vocal.
The backup singers.
Backup dancers, singers that sing as well as the main talent, and sometimes even better. They eventually get a chance to become a big stars. So if you don't want to invest on a backing yet, at least be transparent. I don't know. It was very illuminating, educative, informative.
There you go.
Illuminative. See? I can do.
Just throw suffixes around.
I can do this all
willy-nilly.
day. All day. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That chaos.
Anyways, so Girl, it's true. It's available on Peacock. You should check.
Yes, you definitely should. Last but not least, in our new content this week, we finished the second season of Andor.
Yeah.
Blew me away. I felt like the first season kind of dragged a little bit. There were some moments where I felt like, what in the world are we doing?
Yeah.
This one
too.
I was gripped the whole time. Yeah, we disagree on this.
This one too.
But I felt like this one had more momentum. It had more, I don't know. It had more focus. And yeah, there were times where things are definitely dragged out. It is a slow burn. But the world that they were building and the way they did it, it felt so real. I was so happy to spend time there in that. Like, even when it was dragging a little bit, like, oh, that's fine. I don't care.
And I wonder if Disney, Disney knows, because they're not idiots. I wonder if this was in part why they made the decision of release 3 episodes altogether every week instead of 1, because if you have like several episodes they had, if you release 1 every week, on that week you have like nothing going on.
That's true. That would have been That is fair.
So I don't know. I'm pretty sure it could be cut in half, but it was good. It's decent. It was better than the first one because this one things start moving to the point that they do skip years on the timeline to approach the basically the beginning of Rogue One. It kind of sucked that Jimmy Smith.
Yeah, just a T, it's not TH.
Oh, really? Okay. No S? Smiths?
That might be I think there's an S.
Yeah.
I'll check that.
Too bad he didn't come back for whatever reason. The producer said it was like scheduling. He was probably doing other things.
Smiths. There's an S.
There's an S. Yeah, that's what I thought. But it was good. And again, the very ending, it's all about Star Wars, especially what comes next. It's all about hope, and it ends on a way that's like they shouldn't touch it. They shouldn't, it's hope that everybody has in real life. You don't know what the future is, and sometimes you don't need to know because I don't know, because you moved, because you're dead. Anyways, but no, I thought the end was really good. Like overall well executed. Besides the dragging and the long pages that don't give us much, like including Mon Mothma dancing for hours, and the whole wedding that was like it gives us so little for like the entire episode is about a wedding, and it's like just so little about what's going on.
Yeah, so I think for me that raises like the emotional stakes and tells us a lot about Mon Mothma's character.
Sure, but you could do half.
Sure. I'm not. Yeah, I agree that at best this is a slow burn. You can say it's a slow burn. You can say it drags. It definitely toes the line. That's fair. But I do think they took their time there, and taking their time there gives us a lot of insight into like the emotions and the feelings and the what exactly Mon Mothma was sacrificing for this rebellion, and what she sacrificed to stand up to the Emperor, and just how alone she was at some points. Like I feel like this does for Rogue One maybe a little. This might be too much.
Yeah.
It kind of does for Rogue One what Rogue One did for A New Hope, in that it tells so much more of the story behind, behind these characters and behind the missions and behind the rebellion. It gives us a lot of the grassroots rebellion, not the hero's journey guys and not the archetypal hero characters, but just like the really like the normal people on the ground doing all this. And also it also really fills out why it was so important and why it was worth it. Why it was worth it for Mon Mothma to leave behind her family and sacrifice everything, and why people would be willing to jump in these tiny starfighters and go up against the Death Star. We get a little bit of it in A New Hope. We get more of it in Rogue One. And I feel like we got a lot of it here in Andor. Yeah. And I thought it was very good.
Yeah. No, it was. I mean, I was hoping to see more, but they focus on Gorman, which did connect with other properties, but I guess was like a crucial point of the war, the Gorman massacre. But but even then it took, I don't know, half a season to develop that. When the Empire is like, since it was skipping years, things should develop much faster. Considering the time lapses. But it was this season was much better than the first one, and it ended and it's over. MVP Luthen, that helped build the rebellion almost by himself until senators decide to get involved and start building and kind of snubbing him and clashing. But in the end, I think everybody got the end. Not that they deserved, but they got a appropriate end.
Yeah, it was right for them. I feel like in this season, as we watch like the Empire develop, as we watch the Rebellion develop, kept thinking of Leia's line at the beginning of A New Hope, where she's confronting Grand Moff Tarkin, and she says, "The more you tighten your grip, the more star systems will slip through your fingers." And I feel like we watch that happening throughout this season. And like, yeah, it was dragging a little bit, but like the like on Gorman, as like slowly, they're like increasing Imperial presence and tightening things up a little bit more and taking away civil liberties and all this stuff, and people more and more scared. And then finally they tighten up to the point where like people break. And I feel like we saw that happening through this season. I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay.
Anyway,
Andor.
It's really good. Worth it.
The entire series, two seasons, it's available on Disney Plus.
Yep. Okay, Thunderbolts is still staying on top of the box office. They had a $35 million second weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's still very little. It's still like the Disney Marvel movies are underperforming a lot. It's this one is doing okay considering everything, but it's still on a path to not perform as well as the MCU movies of the past. But the movie is good. If you didn't see it, you should go see it.
Yeah, and I'm hearing more and more that people kind of react the same way. This is the best one they've done in several years, and yeah. Okay, we saw some new trailers this week. First, a new trailer for Superman.
Yeah.
Which is not doing anything to make me feel better.
It doesn't. It's a James Gunn movie, so the first thing that this shows a James Gunn movie, so you're right, like, oh crap. And everything else is like Lois is interviewing Clark, interviewing Superman. She already knows.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it feels weird because she's interviewing Superman, but he's dressed as Clark. It's like canonically, there's the interview that she does that shows on Superman, the Richard Donner Superman, and there's in the books there's something similar. So when she interviews him, it feels like he's doing interviews like all the time. It's like she's his press assistant, and it's like, no, it's not like his relationship with the press is like saving Lois' butt every now and then, and being in the front page of the Planet with Jimmy Olsen's pictures, and of course writing. He writes, and he might put his input as Superman, but like very rare. It feels like they push it. But anyways, the rest of the image is like a 17,000 cameos and superheroes and Superman being beat up and helped by citizens, and it's like, Jesus, I thought it was super. And the dog, a lot of dog shots because they're obsessed with this dog because James Gunn has a dog, and everything we hear about the movie is about James Gunn. Oh, because of James Gunn has a dog, the Kent farm will look like trailers, remodeled trailers, because that's the farmers he knew when he lived in Missouri. I was like, but yeah, it's like you changing a lot into your own story. But anyways, he's James Gunn. We it's not a surprise, but yeah, nothing surprising or exciting. But we also saw the trailers for Peacemaker in the same way. Yeah. With the only curious thing at the end, he opens the door and goes to what looks like a different universe in the multiverse. Yeah, but it's like, it's jokes nonstop. It's like kicking butts and cursing. So nothing new. We'll see.
There is a funny clip going around of I don't know if it's like what you would call it, a stinger, a little tidbit. Anyway, Peacemaker saying like, okay, we have to go back and re-record all those bits where we said it's going to be on Max, because now it's HBO Max, and this whole bit just kind of razzing HBO for switching the names of their app over and over.
Everybody in HBO did that. Yeah. Conan did
Oh,
that.
okay.
Game of Thrones, like everybody's making little jokes. They making fun of themselves, which they should, because
it's appropriate.
Seriously, come on, we're gonna talk about that in a bit. Okay. But we also saw Spider-Noir.
Yeah.
on Amazon. Nicolas Cage will come back as the noir spider of the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And it looks interesting.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't. It is just a teaser. There's not
It's
a
like,
whole lot there
it's
to
like
see,
a
but
couple seconds.
yeah.
Beware
Peter
that
Parker, but noir.
there's a couple trailers on YouTube. They are not the trailers. They mix images from Sin City. They are black and white with it's just deceiving and confusing. But yeah, the teaser is like very little.
Yeah.
Coming to Amazon Prime soon.
Oh yeah. And then we also saw a trailer for Nobody 2. Old cast returning, Bob Odenkirk, of course, and Christopher Lloyd. And this is, I don't know, Nobody 2, Family Vacation.
Yes.
They even use the song from
Vacation. And I mean, we already hooked. The character is interesting. The backstory interesting. They wrote him in a way. It's in the same universe as John Wick. So it is the way those guys write. They write backstories. They don't give enough. They don't give a lot. But it just hook you and it's like, what's going on? What's gonna happen? And we'll see. What's this one? This one, he goes on a vacation. Apparently, he goes to a terrible place. And he only finds out in the middle of the road. But yeah, we'll see. It looks that one looks compelling.
It does. Although honestly, like, they didn't even need a trailer. They could just say, "Hey, it's a Nobody sequel." I'm like, great, I'll be there. But yeah, Tubi, as you probably remember, streamed the Super Bowl, and their viewing time is up 18% following that Super Bowl boost. Yeah, good for them. Dave Franco and Alison Brie are getting sued for copyright infringement.
Yeah, we heard last week that Amalia Obama is in trouble because she basically ripped off. She copied a movie that she saw at Sundance, a short film that she made into a Nike commercial. But the directors, like everybody does, was like, "Hey, that's my movie." So Franco and Brie are on this movie. It's
called Together.
Yeah, which is apparently ripping off a movie called Better Half, which is similar plot, similar characters, similar pretty much everything. We come back with more as this develops.
Okay, as you already mentioned, HBO Max and Warner Brothers and Discovery, as they start to part ways, they're rebranding all their streaming services again.
It's back to HBO Max. Which, if you listen to us, you notice that I always say Max, HBO, because I don't know. It was just natural to me because it's not like they changed a name. It was HBO. They created a streaming service. It was HBO Now. They changed the name into HBO Max. Then they dropped the HBO into Max, and now the HBO is back. So it's not like they changed, like CBS All Access, right? It changed its name into Paramount Plus. After a little bit, it's clear it changed the name. But when you had HBO Max and you drop HBO, you not really change the name. Max what? Oh, HBO Max. It's like,
like HBO is the brand. That's what.
Yeah. It's like Peacock. You're not gonna drop the P because nobody. Some people might like it, but if you drop the P, anyway. So
that's a really important P there.
And there's a lot of jokes and memes. HBO themselves, HBO Max themselves are doing it. Like that cast and characters talking about. Is HBO Max now? Oh, okay. So, anyways.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like X and Twitter. Like there's already a brand that's like so established that everybody knows. It became part of our vocabulary. Like the word like to tweet is a thing, but like So even though it's technically X now, that previous brand is like so well known. I don't know. Do you tweet on X? Anyway, it's a mess. Whatever. We're still here for the good shows though. YouTube will be streaming NFL's Week 1 Brazil game for free. Yeah. So is this a thing now? Just like a tradition?
I guess so. Second year, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Seems popular. Okay, Tom Cruise and the cast of Mission Impossible Final Reckoning were on the Cannes red carpet.
Yeah, in the Palace, the festival, he was like, everybody loves him. He loves everybody. The movie premiered.
Very good for
and
the industry.
he spoke. What he says?
Yeah. He said, so he's criticizing film schools for not preparing actors. He said it's important to understand the tools around you. There's tech. It is like understanding the stage as an actor, but for a lot of artists, it's not taught in film school. How to understand the lens and what it can do, and why there's eye movement and recognize the effect it has. I always tell actors, spend time in the editing room, produce a movie, study old movies, recognize what the composition is giving you, know what those lenses are, understand the lighting and how to use it for your benefit. Understand the art form to that degree. Brando absolutely understood lighting. All the greats did.
Yeah. Yeah, which is interesting because being to film school and being among actors, I can tell that it's the whole thing. It's the whole college is a whole mess for so many reasons, right? But in this case specifically, it's so compartmentalized.
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 Yeah, that's a lot of syllables.
In ways, compartmentally active.
There you go.
No, compartmentalized.
Well, I don't know if I can say it anymore.
Compartmentalized.
There you go.
That filmmakers will go to film school, to audiovisual, to cinema, film production, media production. Actors will go to acting school.
Right.
And in my experiences, they don't cross over much. We do have some acting theory classes. I don't know if they have photography classes or if they want to have photography classes because it's two different crafts. So he is right. He's absolutely right.
That's a good point.
It's it's part of your craft. It's part of your work. You should know what's going on for many reasons. Unless you want to be treated like cattle, like some directors just treat actors like cattle, and some deserve it. But the good ones learn all aspects of film production and become really successful. That's why Tom Cruise is absurdly popular. His movies are good and loved. And again, he's being loved in Cannes, and Cannes loves him, and his movie premiered there, and everybody was there to celebrate.
Yeah, good for them. I am very excited about this movie. And the trailer that's been playing, it, even though I've seen it a couple times, it takes me a second to realize that it is the Mission Impossible trailer. And then once I do, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes! It's so exciting. Okay, a new Apple TV is working on a limited series about Siegfried and Roy called Wild Things. And it's set to star Jude Law and Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, that's interesting. We'll see.
Yeah, kind of the anti-Tiger King. Maybe. Anyways.
I don't know why it took you to Tiger King.
Because Siegfried and Roy, they had tigers.
So.
But like their tigers attacked them and like I don't know.
One of them died because of the tiger.
No, he didn't die.
He didn't die. He died.
Well, I mean, eventually, but like decades later.
He didn't die by the attack. Pretty sure he died by the attack.
He didn't die during the attack or immediately after.
You sure?
Yeah, he lived a long time after.
Both.
Horribly injured and disfigured.
That's the second.
Huh?
The second.
What?
There's two.
We're gonna have to watch.
There's two.
I know. There's Siegfried and there's Roy.
Yeah. Siegfried died because he was ate by a tiger.
No, he didn't get eaten by the tiger. He was taking care. Look it up.
Okay.
We're gonna have to watch this.
Tell jokes.
Tell jokes. I don't have any good jokes. Our kids do.
Siegfried.
No, but it's like the anti-Tiger King is like where Tiger King is just like wild and chaos. These guys were still doing like very questionable things with tigers, but they did it glamorously in Las Vegas. And
there's one.
Yep. Yeah, so one died in 2020.
COVID. Jeez, really? I swear I said they died. He died. He was eaten by the tiger.
He wasn't.
Huh. Okay.
It was a whole thing. Okay. Anyway, I do look forward to this.
We're gonna see the movie. I mean the series.
Yeah, I mean Apple's
even if there's no deaths by tiger.
I'm sorry.
Eating.
See, and they did financially recover.
Good for them.
Yeah. Anyways.
Well, that's the reason why, right? Because their tiger was white. There you go, America.
All right. Okay, let's look at some projects getting renewed, getting canceled.
It's that time of the year. Constellations, renovations, renewals.
Sure.
Another word for you, America.
Yeah.
And
are we not blessed to have such a man?
The company's making their upfront, which is like their mini convention where they show the new stuff to the affiliates and excite everybody to what they bringing. We're not gonna talk about the upfronts, and there's like people saying things and making jokes. Like for one, Gronk made a joke about Bill Belichick's girlfriend, but again, they already made the joke of themselves by.
Yeah, that's a bizarre relationship there.
Well, what everything is going on.
People are calling her a grave robber.
I mean,
because it definitely seems like she's the one who's exploiting him. I don't know. It's a weird relationship.
Anyways, but back to constellations and renovations. What we do first? Constellations or renovations? Renewals.
Let's start. Let's start with the cancellations.
Cancellations. So these shows will not see the light of day anymore. Some deserve, some don't. But hey, it's part of the game.
Honestly, all of these I'm not even mad about. Most of them I haven't even heard of. On Call on Prime Video. It's a cop drama. Yep. The Irrational on NBC.
Dawn. The Irrational?
Yeah.
Is that the one with what does it say there?
Let's see. Loosely based on behavioral economist Dan Ariely, starring Jesse Martin.
Jesse Martin? Oh,
Jesse
no.
L. Martin. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was the one with Quinto. Okay. Moving on.
Found, an NBC crime procedural.
Is that like a
sequel
sequel
for
Lost? Okay.
Suits LA.
That one was a surprise because Stephen Amell is a charismatic guy. As I said, he had Arrow for like almost 10 years or so. He did some cable shows, and Suits is a very popular show. It failed. So moving on.
Lopez versus Lopez.
Sitcom with George Lopez and his daughter that lasts way too long. How long?
3 seasons.
Yeah. Okay. So
that's about what I would have expected for that. The Night Court reboot.
That's
is canceled after 3 seasons.
3 seasons. That's it didn't survive as much as the original, but again that happens to the best of shows, the best of families. Frasier was really funny and got a revival. They only last 2 seasons.
Yep.
As well.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do, and that's fine. Rescue High Surf on Fox.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that was a thing, but
don't even know what that is. Okay, Acapulco on Apple TV.
Yeah,
is gonna end after its 4th season, which starts in July.
So it's still gonna come out.
Yeah, I feel like it should have ended a while ago, but that's okay. The Equalizer. This is the Queen Latifah led.
Another one that overstayed.
Okay.
It's like it makes no. It's like old school TV, right? They have like a show, a movie that's really good, and then some TV people say, "Hey, what if we make a show about it?" It's like, well, no, let's make a show about it. It's like, no. It's like, no, you don't get it. We're gonna make a show about it. It's like, okay.
No.
And then they change into a woman. It's like, that's not the same character. That's not anyways.
Yeah, it's not the same character. And also, like, Queen Latifah is, I don't know. She's a phenomenal actress. Definitely can play, like, a powerful, intelligent woman, but not, like...
It's like, no. It's
not,
like... If you
not
want to
the Equalizer role.
If you're going to give her a show,
different.
give her a show. It's like, don't... It's like, tease people with the name and do a completely different show. Like...
Granted, we haven't seen the show.
I mean,
or at least I haven't.
I honestly, the premise alone,
yes,
it's like no, why? It's like it's some basic things, It's like the stupid Google Gemini a couple months ago that was like making Nazis they were black.
Oh, so weird.
It's not true. It's not how it is.
That's also not a great that's not great diversity or anything.
Yeah, it is like no, it's for diversity. It's like it doesn't matter. It's like come on, seriously, you lose us at the gate. Anyways, moving.
Okay, let's talk about happy things. TV shows that got renewed.
That's all they were canceled.
That's well, you've got this list here too. What is this list? Are these other
Shows
cancellations?
are canceled. Yes.
Oh, okay. So Papa's House.
The Wayans family lost their house.
Yeah.
Got canceled after one season.
Time Bandits.
Which we didn't see yet. We might, but I heard it's really bad. Canceled on Apple TV.
The Old Man.
The Old Man canceled on Hulu, which sucks because the story is now over, but I guess it's canceled, so it's over.
I did think that second season was not. The first season was great. The second season, I slept through a lot of it.
That's Hulu FX.
I'm not
FX
mad about
Hulu.
it. Bookie.
Bookie was funny.
Oh, it was.
But it was.
HBO
said no. Let's. This Bookie costs a lot, so with Sebastian Maniscalco is done on HBO Max, whatever they're calling them this week.
Okay. Unstable.
Unstable was Rob Lowe and his son on Netflix. Season 1 was really good. Season 1 dropped a little. It could survive more, but Netflix said no.
Yeah, that's fine. Prodigy
ended with the Netflix series. It was a Paramount Plus show. Netflix said, nah, we want it. They saved it. They did a terrific season, but no more.
Yep. That's too bad. That was a really good Star Trek show. Based on a true story.
Kaylee Cuoco's Paramount Plus.
Oh,
it's Paramount or Peacock? No, Peacock. Murder Mystery Show. Season 1 was really good. Season 2 dropped quality and probably ratings, and the audience says no.
Mr. Throwback.
Mr. Throwback. One season, I think it was Peacock too.
Okay.
The story of that funny stoner guy. I can't remember his name to save my life. But he's friends with Stephen Curry. And the whole show is about how he's friends with Stephen Curry.
Yes.
And there's like some funny moments. That sounds like weird moments. There's a lot of weird moments. Some funny moments.
Yeah.
Interesting cast. Captivating. Story is like just okay. And yeah, but I mean, not surprised it was canceled.
The Completely Made Up Adventures of Dick Turpin.
This one is an interesting one. Yeah. They were shooting season 2 for Apple TV. And Neil, did I put his name there? Okay, Neil. I'm gonna butcher his name. But anyways, everybody went home for Christmas break, and the main character never came back. You would know his name. He's the weird guy on IT Crowd.
Oh shoot.
He's the main character on this show.
Wait, like Roy, the Irish guy?
No, it's one that's like goth.
Oh. No.
Yeah, no.
Shoot.
He's on the show, the baking show you like.
Yeah. He just didn't come back?
Yeah.
No.
They canceled the show.
Come on.
And they were halfway through the season.
Yeah.
And he never came back. I was like, fine, the show is over, guys.
That's weird.
I mean, he's weird.
Well, yeah, fair point.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
So these are the constellations, right?
Yep. Oh, and the Neighborhood was supposed to get a spin-off.
Oh,
we just watched the backdoor pilot.
Yeah.
It's not getting the spin-off, and that's fine.
There was no interest in it. It was like, Cedric, Ticina, Blondie, can't remember her name, and Schwimmer, what's his name?
Max
Greenfield.
Yeah.
It works. It's funny, and that's why the show is going on. Everybody else is secondary. They not that they don't deserve it, but not like a better word, they don't deserve it. Another show, and that's why they're not gonna get it.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, now let's talk about what got renewed. Fallout.
Not Constellation, but the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. The George Martin HBO Max property on the realm of Game of Thrones was delayed.
A George R.R. Martin project was delayed.
No, don't blame on him. Blame on Max. To 2026.
Okay. All right. Fallout on Prime Video is
renewed for season 3 ahead of the start of season 2.
Beast Games on Prime
renewed for season 2, and it was bizarrely entertaining. So
Beyond the Gates, this is a CBS soap opera.
Yeah, renewed.
Lupin on Netflix.
Renewed.
Okay. The Hunting Party on NBC.
Coming back.
Brilliant Minds, also on NBC. This is the Zachary Quinto
Oh,
one.
that's right. Okay.
The Floor.
I have no idea what that is, but it's coming back.
That's the Rob Lowe one. The game
floor?
show.
Oh, the floor. I thought you said the 4. I was like, I know the 5, a Fox.
Yeah.
The 4. I mean, someone else's. Anyways, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah, that's been a really fun show.
It's entertaining.
It is so much fun to watch.
And he's a smart guy. He took the whole production to Ireland. We talk about it.
We did.
To save money.
But how bananas it is.
Which is not going to save him money anymore. But hey.
Yeah,
at least he's trying creative solutions.
Yeah.
Which is good to see people trying to find, solutions, creative solutions for problems.
Mm-hmm. Extracted on Fox.
Yeah, with blonde guy. What's his name? Tyler Toiler. I can't remember his name. He was the Arrow on Smallville for you old school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That guy. Okay, Grimsburg, also on Fox.
Animation with John Hamm.
Oh, okay. Cripopolis, another Fox animation.
Yeah, Dan
Harmon.
Dan Harmon animation.
Mm-hmm. So funny.
Yeah.
Universal Basic Guys. This is a new animation for Fox.
Okay. Fox is also bringing back American Dad.
Okay.
And Fear Factor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Joe Rogan would be involved, but
yeah,
that would be fun.
I always forget that was him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, he's on a sitcom, like super old sitcom about a newspaper.
Oh, really?
I think young David Spade is there. The grandpa in the Goldbergs is there.
Yeah.
And then the Joe Rogan says, oh, wait, that's Joe Rogan. Anyways.
Oh, man.
Yeah, some people born into this whole mess and get to places quite easily. Mm-hmm. Nepotism. But some people had to work hard the entire life to get where they are. So it's and you see when that happens, when it's just like, wait a minute, this guy's doing this like for 20, 30 years. Yeah, it's not easy.
It is not. America's Funniest Home Videos is back, which is YouTube for old people, I feel like, but it's super fun. American Idol is back. Celebrity Jeopardy is back. Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. Shark Tank. Law and Order SVU. The Masked Singer, The Challenge. Those are all coming back. A couple other fun ones on Fox. Animal Control and Going Dutch.
Yeah, we like those shows. I really like those shows. I'm surprised that Going Dutch was renewed.
I am too,
because I like it, but I know. Sometimes thing that I like doesn't mean the studio like or the audiences like. Yeah. I have an accurate palate, and I'm gladly surprised.
He's a gentleman and a scholar. Anyway, so yeah, that'll be fun to have those back. Also, The Studio is coming back on Apple TV Plus. Oh my gosh, I love this show.
It is doing well, season 1. I hope they. Let's see what happens season 2 because to keep it up, you have to be extra creative.
Yes.
And we'll see. Even though they have like 16 writers.
Well, here's what the creator says. So Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, they created the show and they're executive producing. They said, we're excited to keep all our industry friends and colleagues guessing as to when one of their personal stories will stream on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah. Because Mime, is that her name? Bebe? Mime? I can't remember the character's name. It's Catherine...
Oh, wasn't it like Patty or something?
Patty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was said that she's heavily inspired by...
what's her name?
Amy Pascal.
Yes. Again, here for it. Okay, more renewals. Trying. This is on Apple TV Plus. It's a British comedy. Okay, and then Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, and Chicago Med.
Chicago is fully renewed. If only
way to go, guys, on keeping your emergency services.
If only Chicago was actually renewed like the shows, right? But hey, it is.
All right, so that, I think, let me just double check. I think that's our whole list. Oh, the 4 Seasons got renewed.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Just came out. Inspired. We talked about it. Inspired. Is like a remake of sorts of Alan Alda movie, and they're gonna make more. Because that's how Hollywood does. If it's a little bit successful, it's like let's make more. It's like that's like World War II. After it was done, they make another movie. Some of the war was done. It's like, hey, but it made money. Let's make more. Like Shogun. The story is over. So no. It's not over until it fails. You know, you die a hero or live long enough to become
I'm still holding out hope for that one. But yeah, it's risky. The Diplomat was also renewed for season 4.
Ahead of season 3.
Yes, which is always a good sign. And then a couple other things coming up. The Legally Blonde prequel, Elle, is supposed to come in 2026 on Prime Video.
And she is about Elle high school years.
Mm-hmm. And then Creed is getting a spin-off called Delphi. Or Delphi? How do you say that?
I don't know. It's Greek, so you tell me. You're the historian.
Yes, but I didn't do classicism or antiquities.
Which is the name of the gym where Creed rises.
Okay.
I mean, the original Apollo Creed. And eventually, what's the son's name? Coriolanus? No. Adonis.
Yep.
Adonis Creed. It's, we'll see. It's...
Do we know, is it like going back or is it...
No, I think
like we're still moving forward.
I think it's a follow-up. I think it's like on the trend of trying to tell a modern urban story, urban, meaning black young athletes, and that such thing. Which again, I guess they're gonna rip off Sly and the people involved with Rocky again, because the third one was this whole thing, right?
That's right.
But anyways.
Oh well. Okay, last but definitely not least. Theater enthusiasts, this one's for you. Cynthia Erivo is going to star in a stage adaptation of Dracula. This will premiere in 2026. And when I say Cynthia Erivo will star, I mean she will star.
Yes. Mm-hmm. She will play the main role of Dracula.
Uh-huh.
Also Mina. Also John. Also Van Helsing. And also 20 plus other characters.
She's every role.
So pass.
You could sell me on a Cynthia Erivo Dracula. Like, I love a good vampire story. I love Cynthia Erivo's work. But a one-person stage, I don't know. I don't see how this is gonna work.
Yeah. I mean, if I was in London,
sounds like theater people.
And I had insomnia. Yes. I still wouldn't go because it's too expensive. It's not worth.
Yeah, no, there's much better things to see in London.
Yeah.
When I was in London, I got to see Judi Dench in Midsummer Night's Dream.
Wow.
For £5.
Wow.
Yeah. I could only see half a stage.
That was not heavy.
It was totally worth it.
It was only £5. You get it. Yeah, our friends and fans in England might not get it because they use the metric there. Yeah. Even though they use pounds, isn't that confusing? That's what you get when you have royalty. Is. Royalty should be gone. But anyways. Yeah.
Anyway, the point is there's a whole bunch of other things to see on stage in London.
Yeah.
Not just Shakespeare.
Cats.
No, that wasn't it.
At the East End. Oh, that would be, right?
I don't know. Matilda. It's the West End.
West End. That's why I said the East End, because if you want to see cats, you go to the other side.
Oh.
Anyways.
My gosh, she's on fire.
Yes.
It's a lava line.
Yeah. That's it for this week. We'll come back next week. Maybe next week, because we're going to go on a little hiatus. We're going on family vacation, but we come back.
Vacation,
and we're going to come back with a lot. Because there's a lot cool things coming. There's a new Mission Impossible. There's new Karate Kid. There's the new Ballerina.
Oh my gosh.
And there's like Kids and Dragons. It's so many things. So and we're gonna watch all at some point, and we're gonna come back at some point to talk all about it. Meanwhile, may the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Someone complained last week. Yeah. Because you didn't say live long and prosper. I was like,
Did I not?
Yeah, you did. I mean, I didn't notice until someone complained. I was like, what? I was like, but hey.
Hey, someone's listening.
I mean, there's plenty of people listening.
Engagement is engagement.
Yeah. And we're listening to
you
there listen.
Whew.
That's why today she's going to do it again.
I will.
So for this week, that's it. May the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.